Hey everyone, I'm Dawson. I'm co-host of the Young Adult Diary, and I'm here to answer the question, is it too late to start over? And this episode is for people who feel stuck, uncertain, are 18 to 30, and if you were asking yourself the question and you're in that age range, is it too late to start over? I can tell you're probably just fearful of chasing your dream and moving on to something that is probably better. And I don't want someone to ever think that they should have it figured out by 25 or even 30. Awesome if you do, but not really necessary, okay? 20s are for figuring it out, trying to figure out who you are and everything like that. But again, we're talking about, is it too late to start over? So I first want to start with, why would you feel stuck in your 20s? And these are just a couple reasons why a young adult would feel stuck. One is you've gone to college, you've majored in one thing, but you want to pursue a career in something completely different. You possibly have a business degree, but you want to go to Nashville and make music. Or you have a nursing degree, but now you want to be an actress. I have no clue. That's maybe you, maybe not. But maybe it's something else, and it's you've been in a relationship for years and you feel stuck. You don't want to marry that person. You just want to move on, but you just feel stuck in that situation. And it's just stuff like that that can make you feel stuck. You may be working a certain job, want a career change, but think it's too late, but you're only 23. And it can be hard to move on, but feeling stuck is a real thing, and it is really tough to get through. And I'm still getting through it. I'm not perfect in this area whatsoever. That's not what I'm trying to say. But it's a real question for young adults. And then, so those are some reasons why you feel stuck. Now let's move on to why you are staying stuck. And the way we stay stuck in life is through fear. We're the fear of wasting time, fear of wasting money. We are so afraid of what other people will think of us. We're afraid of judgment. And something that really hits me is fear of comparison. You get stuck because there's people that are doing bigger, better things than you, and you don't think that you could live up to what they're doing. And so you just stay right where you are and you don't move and you just keep going with what you're doing. And another reason why some of us stay stuck is because we think we're too far gone. We think we've put so much into something that it would be bad of us to get out. And this is actually called the sunken cost fallacy. And the sunken cost fallacy is a feeling that you can't quit or move on because you've put so much time, energy, and resources into something. But in reality, it would actually be more beneficial for you to move on. And that is a massive reason why people stay stuck, even though they know that they should move on. So for me personally, I've felt stuck a couple of times. I've had to pivot a couple of times. This past year, I was working a job, and I started this little side hustle thing, and I was fired for starting that. And I then continued working on that side hustle, and that side hustle failed, and now it's nothing. So I was working a job, started a side hustle, got fired, and then that side hustle ended up not working out. I was really afraid of what people would think of me, what people were saying behind my back. And it got to a point where I just felt so embarrassed and everything. Like, I started this business, now it's nothing, I got fired. But as I thought about it, I started working my old job again, and I thought that I was maybe moving backwards in life. Like, oh no, I've got to hit a reset. I've got to go back. But I was actually moving forward. And getting fired, starting that side hustle, and it not working out was one of the best things for me in my career because it actually got me unstuck and I kept moving forward. And I was able to chase that dream, even though it didn't work out. But I learned so much from it. And now I'm still here chasing dreams, starting a podcast with my dude Tom and trying to build a community of young adults. And it's something that I'm really passionate about. And I hope you're getting something from it. I'd love to see you on this podcast. We're going to post some behind the scenes stuff. But back to it. I really had a mindset shift that kind of took me from feeling stuck to then moving forward. And the main thing holding me back was what would people think of me? And would those people think that I was a failure? And the mindset shift that I had, it needed to happen just because I needed to get through that. It doesn't matter what other people think about me. And a lot of the time, the people that you think are thinking about you aren't even thinking about you. You're not even a blip on their radar. You're just in your own head and thinking too much of yourself. And so instead of thinking that you're too important and that people are going to be thinking about you, just decide to move on. Decide to move on to that next thing. If you think you've put too much time and energy into something and you're dwelling on the sunken cost fallacy, it's okay to move on. It's okay to be like, all right, I've spent time, I've spent money, and it didn't work out. Move on, and it's okay. It is okay. And so I want to ask you, what would your life look like right now if you gave yourself permission to start over? The door's not closed. You're not too far gone. And if you needed a sign to pivot, to move on, this might actually be it. And so if you're listening to this specifically for the question of I need to get unstuck, this is your sign to move on, pursue something new. And yeah. And now, if you feel stuck, I want you to try and follow these 4 things for me. All right. First, do a life audit. I want you to rate 4 areas of your life out of 10. And here are the areas: work, then relationships, health, and then faith/purpose. Rate those out of 10 and figure out the specific things you are stuck on and that need changing. And first, just focus on one. And maybe many things, but just focus on the big one. All right? The next step is get one small win. So that could be applying to a certain job. It could be going and apologizing to somebody. It could be going to the gym and working out. Try and get on a workout routine. Just get a small win. It could be to read your Bible and pray just over a cup of coffee. It could be that. Just get a win. And the last thing is you need to be consistent. With whatever you're trying to change, you need to be consistent at it. If you're trying to make music, write more songs, produce, release. Just start doing it. If you want to make a movie, write a script. Go for it. Get some people with cameras. Shoot on your iPhone. Just do it. And it's okay to YouTube how to do things. You don't have to go to college. All right, YouTube University. Do it. It's amazing. And if you do these things, I'm confident that you will find yourself in a better place. I was actually just talking to somebody. I was telling them about this podcast, and they're like, I'm kind of in a quarter-life crisis right now. They're 25 as well. And I was like, yo, I'm doing an awesome episode. This is it. And I hope they go and listen to this. But that's a wrap. I'm Dawson, again, co-host of the Young Adult Diary, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you found it helpful, you should share it with someone who needs to hear it. If you didn't find it helpful, you should still share it with someone who needs to hear it. And yep, that's it. All right.